Hey guys, welcome to this video on app scripts. Now, my job for this video is to talk about two things. Okay, I want to cover two things. One is I want to explain the basic layout of app scripts, and I want to explain the potential of app scripts. Okay, what is it capable of? Okay, now if you saw my last video, we spoke on basic automation and a thing called macros, which automates certain tasks. And if you remember that video, if you do not, then please go to that video. We had set up some simple stuff. Like first macro was that it had to get the range and reach the cell B4, and the value of the B4 would be set to my new macro. Okay. Then I had to get the value of B9, and I had to set the value of B9 to I'm teaching some awesome stuff. Okay. So how did this work out? Like Google Sheets did not start thinking this, right? It had to be coded somewhere. Now the hectic, boring coding part was automatically done by the macros function. But always this hectic, boring part will not be done. Sometimes you want to customize certain things which you do not know how you will work or later on how will you operate. Okay, but you know some logic behind it that this is how it will work. So that is where this thing comes to the picture. App scripts. Now, what is the potential of app scripts? Let's talk about that. Okay. I'll just remove this. And as soon as I remove this, all our macro functions will get removed. Okay. All right. So I'm just using this like a notepad, okay, right now. And we'll start executing some basic interesting things from the next video. This video, I'm going to explain the utilities of these things. Okay. So there are some interesting concepts that we can understand over here. What does app scripts do? Let's rename this also to understanding app scripts. Okay, it's actually singular app script. All right. So the first thing that you can do is you can automatically trigger certain things. For example, if I want a certain value to be entered automatically as soon as I open a sheet, for example, a time log that at this timestamp, so and so user opened my this particular sheet. Then on open, I can set up some automations. I can also set up some automations on edit. If anytime certain value is edited, any cell is updated with certain values, then automatically this on edit function will be called, and there can be a lot of things done over here. Like there can be prompts over here that you have edited certain value or you have done this or confirm, please, so on and so forth. Similarly, there is things called button triggers, in which we can actually create buttons inside Google Sheets. And whenever you want to actually trigger certain automations, then you can just have to click on that button, and it will automatically happen. So in the IPL auctioning dashboard that we'll create, or even the expense tracker that we'll create a button over there, so that anytime you want to log your expenses, you just have to tap on that button. Automatically, a form will open up. You have to enter the details in that form, and after that, automatically data will be entered into your sheets. Apart from this, there can be a lot of integrations also. Like you can integrate it with your calendar, you can integrate with your Gmail, so on and so forth. See, it's giving all these suggestions. We won't do anything of this right now. There are a lot of integrations also, and I'm pretty sure there are a lot of integrations with other external apps that are outside the Google network. For example, Zapier. For example, your SMS triggers. You can also email it using Outlook, Hotmail, whatever you use. Okay, it's really smooth that way. Another interesting thing is you can on prompt you can edit and delete entire rows. For example, if I'm not liking the look of a certain thing, instead of right clicking and then clicking on delete and then deleting a row, I can just set up a button. As soon as I click on it, the last row will be deleted. Okay, so these kind of automations can also be done. Apart from this, a very essential thing is it can also automatically send emails, not just integrate, but it can automatically create a report based on whatever logic you give it. This is a bit complex. You can automatically trigger and send emails, SMS alerts, notifications on your phone, on a mobile app, so on and so forth. All these can be done if you integrate it the right way. And finally, you can also set permissions. So remember in Google Sheets, I had taught you is initially that you can share your sheet with certain people. That's why I prefer Google Sheets over Excel. And so over here, you can automatically change permissions based on certain triggers, based on certain activities or clicks. Okay, so permissions can also be changed. And finally, you can also create menus on the sidebar, on the top bar, where you see file and edit, so on and so forth, extensions. Over there, you can set up your own customized menus. Okay, with whatever name you want, whatever functionalities you want, you can do it over there to make things more handy. So what all these things basically does, it makes your sheets experience faster, more automated, and it makes it more personalized. And why are we giving stress to this thing? Because I'm not saying that this will always be used in real life. No, it will not always be used in real life. But the benefit of this is that you'll be able to showcase your projects much better to a recruiter, to potential clients, so that people will not look at you as just like a person who can use sheets, but they will be able to understand that you're probably one step ahead of the crowd out there. Okay, so in the next couple of videos, we'll be covering app scripts. I'll be teaching you some basic functionalities so that you are well versed with it. And since I did not want to make it too hectic and too complicated, you're free to explore later on as much as you want. If you want to really complicate things, try out extensions and integrations on your own. We'll get into all of that later. For now, let's get the basic of app scripts. Chalo, see you there.